It was supposed to be a normal evening, the kind where we'd do nothing but talk about nothing, a quiet dinner, maybe a movie. It wasn't anything special, but it was comfortable. It was supposed to be the kind of night where love was familiar. Predictable or so, I thought. We sat at the table, sharing the usual routine. She was on her phone, her fingers swiping through whatever was on her screen. I didn't think much of it. We were both in our own worlds. Yet the space between us felt safe. I had this illusion that we were fine. Then the phone buzzed, and she laughed. It was that laugh, the kind that was always soft, sincere. But this time there was something different about it, something distant. The screen lit up for just a second, and I saw the name, his name. It was so brief, just a flash, but it felt like my world was suddenly upside down. My gut twisted. It was a name I didn't recognize, but in that moment, I knew something wasn't right. She caught me staring at the screen. Her smile faltered for just a second, and before I could even process what had happened, she turned the phone face down. The way she did it, was too quick, too deliberate. It wasn't just a casual move. It was an act of concealment. "It's just a friend," she said, brushing it off with a casual laugh. Nobody. The words felt hollow. When someone says nobody, and then hides the screen like it's on fire, you just know. You can feel it in your bones. You know that nobody is a lie. But I didn't say anything, not then. I tried to shake it off. Told myself it didn't matter. Told myself that maybe I was just overthinking things. We went on with the night, but something had shifted. I couldn't put it out of my mind. Smile didn't feel the same. Her touch, it wasn't as warm. She was there, but she wasn't. Her eyes always searching for something else. I didn't confront her that night. I didn't shout. I didn't accuse. Instead, I stayed quiet, watched, listened, and things changed. She started going to bed later. I noticed her locking her phone when she thought I wasn't looking. She'd smile at messages, but the smile was different, secretive, almost protective. She didn't want me to see. I became a ghost in my own home. She became a stranger wearing the face of the woman I once loved. Then one night it happened. She was in the shower, the door closed. I was sitting on the couch trying to ignore the gnawing feeling in my stomach, but I couldn't anymore. I had to know. The nightstand? I wasn't going to check it. I swear I wasn't. I had told myself that I would walk away from it, but then my hand moved on its own. My fingers were shaking. It wasn't a conscious decision. It was like my body knew something my heart wasn't ready to face. I picked up the phone, and there it was again, his name. But this time it wasn't just a name. There were dozens of messages, hundreds, pictures, memories, conversations I wasn't a part of, plans, secrets, laughter, the kind of laughter I hadn't heard in a long time. Inside jokes, the kind we used to share. It's the kind that meant something. I wasn't just looking at texts. I was looking at the evidence of my replacement. Piece by piece, she had replaced me, and all the while, I had been oblivious. But now, I saw it all. She hadn't just cheated on me, she had replaced me, silently, slowly, until I was nothing more than a shadow in my own life. I didn't wait for her to come out of the shower. I didn't need to hear the lies. I didn't need the performance. I walked straight into the closet, grabbed my bag, and took what I needed. I left. Just like that. No goodbye, no note, no sound. She didn't think I'd really do it, but she didn't know me anymore. The days that followed were a blur. Hotel, I didn't answer her texts. I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't want to hear her voice. For the first few days, she blew up my phone. "Where are you? Talk to me." "This isn't fair. I can explain." But there was nothing left to explain. She made her choice, and I made mine. I blocked her number, deleted every picture, unfollowed everything. I erased her as best as I could. But you don't truly erase someone you loved. You just mute the volume of their memory. You try to forget, but it's never that easy. I moved into a small apartment, started over, breathed again. But some nights I still woke up reaching for her. It was habit, a cruel muscle memory, heartbreak. That lingered. But over time, the silence became peaceful. The ache stopped screaming. 6 months later, I was walking home from work, my groceries in one hand and headphones in the other. It was just another evening, another normal night. Or so I thought. Then I turned the corner and there she was, standing outside my building. She looked smaller, not physically, but emotionally, like the weight of guilt had collapsed her from the inside out. "Hey," she said softly, like nothing had happened. Like she hadn't torn my life apart. I didn't speak. I just stared. "Can we talk?" she asked. I should have kept walking. I should have ignored her, but I didn't. Maybe part of me still wanted answers. Maybe part of me just wanted to hear her admit it. Went to a small cafe down the block, the kind I never took her to. My new space, my new life. She stirred her coffee, but didn't drink it. Her hands shook, her voice barely above a whisper. "I never thought you'd really leave," she said. That was her first mistake. She thought love made me weak. But it didn't. It made me strong enough to walk away, she tried to explain. She said it wasn't serious, that she was lost, that it was a mistake. But mistakes don't happen over months. Mistakes don't come with morning texts. Mistakes don't replace the man who shared your bed, she cried. Told me she missed me, that her life hadn't been the same. I almost believed her. But then I remembered something. Regret doesn't erase betrayal. Guilt isn't love. "I don't need you to forgive me," she said. "I just needed you to know I still think about us." I nodded, but I felt nothing. No pain. Rage. No longing. Just clarity. "You think about us?" I asked quietly. "But you didn't fight for us when it mattered." She didn't argue. She couldn't. She stood up, waiting for me to say something, anything. But I had already said what mattered. I left her at the table and walked back into my life. A life that no longer had room for someone who thought I'd stay no matter what. If someone shows you what you mean to them, believe them. Don't wait for closure. Don't wait for apologies that come too late. 'Cause sometimes the strongest thing you can do is leave when they don't expect you to, when they never look back.